And new information today on a crash that killed a University of Arizona student this week. Two witnesses are now saying the police chase was much closer than officers first said it was. Today, those witnesses talked to our Mary Kim Titla about what they saw. Mary Kim?
The two witnesses who saw the crash say news reports about the accident based on what police saw bothered them. Police have said they were not in hot pursuit of the stolen pickup truck that crashed into Brad Downing's car, but the two witnesses say that's not what they saw.
And we seen the truck come around the second car, and then we seen the police behind them. And as they passed us, the cop was right behind them as they passed us. You know, because you can hear the sound go boom, boom, you know, so you can tell just about how distant the cop was.
Jarrell Lawrence and Laritz Taylor say the officer was only a car length away. Chandler police maintain the officer was 200 yards to a quarter of a mile behind the truck.
The officer admitted that he was doing 90 to 100 miles an hour trying to catch up. At those speeds, if the officer was even just within a few car lengths of the truck, when it hit the car in that intersection, the officer would be dead right now.
I was right there, it wasn't way behind.
They say they're coming forward so Brad Downing's family can hear the whole story. They wonder if the accident could have been prevented.
And if we was sitting there and we was in an accident and they killed us, would they have told my family the same thing? You know, what they had told them, you know, he just sped through the light. You know, cop was in pursuit a quarter mile away, and he smashed into the car and killed them. Would they had told my family the same thing? You know, and it's just not right. It's just
Chandler police say the truth is Rosemary Forker is to blame.
We don't want to aggravate a situation. In this case, the situation was not aggravated by the police. She is solely responsible for this.
Taylor and Lawrence came forward after the accident, but they were not interviewed by police until just yesterday. Rosemary Forker has been indicted by a grand jury for causing the crash that killed Brad Downing. Reporting live in Chandler, I'm Mary Kim Titla.
Live from Arizona's news leader, Fox 10 News at 10.
A car shattered like pieces of a puzzle after it was hit by someone allegedly trying to run from police, and it's an innocent young man who's killed. Good evening, everybody. I'm John Hook, sitting in tonight for Troy Hayden.
And I'm Elsa Ramon. We're learning more tonight about the victim of this tragic crash, who will be missed by many.
It's a very nice kid. Very nice kid. I've known him since '83.
Bradley Downing III never stood a chance when a stolen car hit his Camaro at 100 miles an hour. Bradley was going west on Warner when a truck northbound on McQueen ran a red light and hit him broadside. The force of the collision ripped Bradley's Camaro to shreds and sent it over a curb. You can see how long it took the truck to stop, ending up quite a ways down the road. Tonight, not only family grieving, but so are many friends, including U of A hockey team where Bradley played. The crash is first on Fox. It happened early this morning. You can see the road just covered with glass after the collision. 19-year-old Bradley Downing III died instantly when his 1994 Camaro was broadsided by this Chevy Silverado here. Even though he was wearing a seatbelt, he was thrown from the car. 19-year-old Jeffrey Holland and 29-year-old Rosemary Forker were inside the truck. They allegedly sped away after the Chandler police spotted them. This just a few minutes before the fatal crash. Jeffrey Holland is in fair condition at Scottsdale Healthcare Osborne. His passenger, Rosemary Forker, was treated and released. Both now have to answer to police. Carla Ebo is live with more on the young life so brutally snuffed out. Carla.
Elsa, Bradley Downing was heading west here on Warner. The pickup truck was heading north on McQueen. Now, Bradley had his seatbelt on. He was doing nothing wrong, but as you said, he's the one that ended up dead.
My heart goes out to him, and this should never, ever happen. It wasn't an accident.
Bradley Downing's family describes him as a good son, a good brother, and a good friend. This year, Downing, a freshman, was number 23 on the U of A hockey team. He played in high school as well. His family remembers him making the winning goal at Lake Forest Academy in Illinois in 1997 to win the state championship. He was so popular at Lake Forest, his parents say classes were canceled today after the campus received news of the accident. Downing's friends say the people responsible for the accident should now be punished.
Somebody purposely stole a car, got in it, and raced it as fast as they could go through an intersection and killed somebody. There are accidents in this world. This wasn't one of them. This was not an accident. This was murder.
Downing's family is planning a funeral for this Saturday. They're expecting his friends from as far away as Tucson and Illinois to attend. Elsa?
Okay, Carla, thank you very much for the update.
U of A hockey player died when he was hit by a woman trying to run from police. It's been a top story since Monday. Now today, for the first time, his family spoke to our own Mary Kim Titla about their pain.
Bradley should be remembered for his relationships, because that was really where Bradley was at, his relationships with his brothers, his family, and his friends.
The tragedy has brought Brad Downing's family closer together. They laugh and cry as they talk about a young man who loved playing hockey.
I have a hard time at this point still understanding all this, but I know that I'm just thankful for the 18 years that I was allowed to share with him. I just thank God for lending him to me for those years that we had him.
They say he had a zest for life.
He was definitely a jokester and loved to play practical jokes on his friends and, you know, just make everybody laugh. That's what he was all about.
While his death doesn't make sense, there are messages.
Those people who have children out there, I just want them to hug their kids, let them know how much they love them, because you never know when they're going to be gone.
Somehow, if there's a message here to the audience that you have tonight, it would be that irresponsible actions lead to horrific consequences.
In Chandler, Mary Kim Titla, 12 News.
And the driver who hit Brad was also hurt in the crash, but shortly after her release from a Valley hospital, Rosemary Forker was in court, facing 1 count of manslaughter. Police say Forker has been in and out of court since 1982 for violations including theft, aggravated assault, and shoplifting. In 1996, she was involved in a police chase and served 18 months in prison for unlawful flight.